Right, welcome to Mitsubishi Evolution Final Edition from 2015. Now, today we're checking this vehicle out because it can receive a brand new engine swap with update 1.52. Now, fun fact, this is one of a few vehicles in Gran Turismo 7 that actually has multiple engine swaps. And today we're checking out the newest one, and that is from the Group B version of the Evo 10. So, with that being said, let's dive straight into it. To get your hands on the Evo, well, you need to head on over to Brand Central, and this vehicle will cost you 60,000 credits, or you could win it by finishing third or better in a Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 around Mount Panorama. So you can either get it for free, or if you don't want to do that, just pay 60,000 and get the vehicle instantly. So with that being said, the Evo Final Edition, when you jump into this vehicle around Kyoto Driving Park, it is okay. I'll be honest with you, it's worse than I expected. I expected a lot more from the vehicle because look, coming down the main straightaway, we are doing a top speed of 205 kilometers per hour before we slam on the brakes to make it around the first corner. Now, the reason we can reach 205 kilometers per hour is thanks to 309 brake horsepower from its 2-liter turbocharged engine. So that just pushes us down the straightaway, and we see that the vehicle comes in at 1,530 kgs. So 1,530 kgs is a bit of a weight, and we can really feel it when it comes to cornering, because when we slam on the brakes and make it around corners, well, look, the braking is good. However, with it being all-wheel drive and it having over 1,500 kgs, you can really feel the weight of the vehicle. You can feel it when you're turning and you get hit with understeer, because with 4-wheel drive vehicles in Gran Turismo 7, they are very known to have severe understeer, and the Evo is exactly that. It does not fault or deviate from that stereotype. It is exactly that. It is a vehicle that suffers from understeer, but we can change that with a torque vectoring differential, which we will as a vehicle when we head on over to the tuning shop. But before that, lap times. This vehicle is setting a 1 minute 55 second lap around Kyoto Driving Park, which is honestly not that amazing. A 155 is okay, it's nothing amazing. It's not to say wow, this is a really competitive vehicle standard. Stock vehicle to be competitive in my eyes, it needs to be doing about a 1 minute 50 second lap, so 5 seconds off the par in my eyes is quite slow, but hopefully we can change that once we head on over to tuning shop. So if we head on over to the tuning shop and start throwing a lot of money at this vehicle, because we can add a lot of upgrades to it. So once you are done fully upgrading the vehicle, you should be left with 571 brake horsepower and a vehicle that weighs 1,132 kgs. And with the added advantage of a torque vectoring differential, this should be epic, because we lost a ton of weight, gained tons of power, and we should have the ability to just play around with how the power is delivered to the wheels. So now, with the vehicle being fully upgraded, it is time to now head on over to GT Auto to now just change the visual looks of the Evo 10. So now we see for front bumpers we have 2 options, for side skirts we have 2 options, for the rear diffuser we have 1 option, and then for rear wings, well, we have 4 different options. So there is quite a bit of customization for the Evo 10, so you can pick, choose and refuse what you want to add to your vehicle. So with that being said, once you have your vehicle kitted out, you can head back on out onto circuit and experience the full capability of the standard engine in the Evo 10. So now, coming down Kyoto Driving Park straight away, we see a massive difference between 260 kilometers per hour before we slam on the brakes, and thanks to a torque vectoring differential, we say bye-bye to understeer. The vehicle can just take corners extremely planted. The vehicle doesn't slide out. It's just so much better, and you can really feel that it is a track vehicle, and that equates to fast lap times, because we now see the vehicle assessing lap times around the 1 minute 35 second mark, which in my eyes is a competitive vehicle. So using the standard engine, honestly, it's not too shabby. It's a massive improvement over stock, and it's a, as I said, competitive vehicle. It's easy to control, it sets consistent lap times, it doesn't have any or do any funny business. It's quite simple to understand and just deal with. There's nothing that'll catch you off guard, and it's honestly just a good engine. But let's say you want more power out of your Evo, well then you can head on over to GT Auto and engine swap it. So we do see two options for engine swaps for this vehicle. One being the engine out of the Suzuki Escort Pikes Peak Special, or we have the engine from the Final Edition Evo Group B vehicle. So with that being said, we're gonna look at that engine, and for 325,000 credits, it is quite a bit of money, but it should add quite the improvement to the Evo 10. So now, once we take it on over to a tuning shop, we do notice something, and that is we do not actually have that many modifications we can add to the engine. But once we slap on a high RPM turbocharger, well, we are going to be left with 788 brake horsepower, and the weight of the vehicle doesn't actually change that much. Now we see that if we take it back out onto circuit, it is just it's fast. Like genuinely, it is a lot faster. We see now coming down the main straightaway, we are clocking very high speeds, as when we hit the end of the runway, well, we are doing about 280 kilometers per hour before we need to slam on the brakes to make around the first corner. And that's the thing, the brakes are able to handle the power, well, the speed that we are traveling at, and with the downforce on the vehicle stays planted, it's gripped up thanks to the all-wheel drive system, and it just sets very fast lap times. We now see the lap times drop from what was once a 1 minute 35 second lap to a 1 minute 32 second lap, which is just really great to see. And now something that's even better, with it being a Group B vehicle, well, with it having the engine from a Group B vehicle, well, it has improved fuel economy. So now if we tune the vehicle and take around the WTC 700, which is a go-to money grinding event in the game, well, we see that it has great results, because look, after completing a single lap, we see a lap time of a 1 minute 36 second lap, which is insanely fast. And with us being on fuel map level 3, we see we have 64% of fuel remaining, which, look, I will admit is a bit thirsty, but if you drop it on over to fuel map level 6, your vehicle is still going to be competitive, and you're just going to come in at lap times just over the 4 minute mark, but you are going to have a lot of fuel, so which means you are going to stay out on circuit for a lot longer. Coming down the straightaway on fuel map level 3, however, we do find ourselves traveling over 310 kilometers per hour before we need to slam on the brakes, which is just plain down impressive. So this vehicle is gonna bring back your money. If you spend your 325,000 credits and you do this event a single time, you are gonna be in the profit with this event. So I would consider this as a money grinding vehicle. Will I say it's my now go-to? Absolutely not, but hey, it's just adding another usable vehicle to your selection. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this engine swap in the comment section down below, and with this being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.